Alright, out here with the Limitless with the MMX8S censored system. I'm going to try setting some endpoints, doing some test hits, that kind of stuff. You can see with the low profile tires on it, pretty low to the ground. Starts off nice and easy. Seems like it's drifting right. There we go. Nice and smooth. I hear a car behind me, but there's not. Just to the left now. Seems pretty good. Taking it nice and slow, see if it's drifting right a little bit. Yeah. Let's go left. That seems good. Got the steering set real high right now. See if I can find a smooth section right here. Do a dig. Brakes are good at 25%. I haven't balanced the wheels yet. This is on 6S. Let's take a look at these tires. Yeah, pretty smooth. I don't want to tear up the tires, but I do want to run them before I balance them. Pretty darn smooth. Gonna have to raise up that front. Trying to avoid the manhole covers. Wow, there's a lot of cars. Brakes are perfect. Don't want to really slide it. Yeah. Raise up that front. Because during braking, it's rubbing. It's pretty low to the ground. I've got the back up. Let me crank up the front a little bit. is a brand new RC, guys. So I'm just setting everything, getting everything set. Oh, wrong way. I'll have to crank up that rear for the speed run, because you can't have the front higher than the rear. Let me check my reverse. Yeah, that's pretty good for a reverse. And that's 25%. Look at 25%. I can go slow, but I got a decent amount of reverse. Front doesn't sound like it's hitting under braking. Yeah, braking's perfect. Look at the burnout patch this thing leaves on the ground. There it is. I like how it's not cogging. Great throttle response. So I'm going to get the rear set up, get the steering turned down, and get these wheels balanced. And then we'll get out and make a test hit. But there it is, guys. All ready to go. Very happy with it. Look at that. Forward and backwards. And that's on 34 gearing right there. I'm sorry, this is 2934. No. This is 3434. I'll have to check again. It's either 2934 or 3434. But it leaves nice and straight. And I'm gonna get this steering turned down, set my end points, get these wheels balanced, and then we'll take it out, make a test hit on 6S. All right, guys, thanks for watching. All right, just got back from running it. Now I'm gonna set these endpoints, because as you hear, cranked all the way, it's really maxing out the steering on this thing. So I'm gonna go through on my Futaba and set my endpoints. Okay, so this is left. You see what I'm doing here? I'm cranking the wheel to the left and I'm adjusting where I want it to stop. So you see how far that is? Look how less that is. So now I'm going to do the right. Right here shows me left, I'm at 39. So now let's go right. And here it is on the controller. They're actually both set to 39. And when I go right, See how the thing flips over to the right side and left. Right, left. So now I'm going to take a look at this thing and make sure that I'm getting equal. So what I'm looking for when I go right, see how it's flush right here? I'm going to make sure that the other side, see it's going a little farther in. So I'm going to take some out. So right and left. So now the way it's set up, left is 28% and right is 39%. And I've got equal steering both directions. Just by this, I'm flush right here and I'm flush right here. And that's all the steering that I need to do my speed run. I don't need to crank it all the way left and all the way right. I just don't need it. And then what I'm going to do now is I am going to set up my throttle again, because I went ahead and changed the motor rotation. So the way you do that with your controller on, your throttle all the way down, go ahead and turn it on. Make sure the wheels aren't on the ground. That gives me the final. Now it's flashing red, all the way brake. Gives me the final, flashing green, put it in neutral. Confirms neutral, flash in yellow, it's all set. So I'm going to go ahead and power it off and then power it back on. There we go, it's now yellow, so it should know full forward and full reverse. So once you keep making changes, always set your throttle, set your controller to the ESC, the way you have it set up. And that's basically it. So now that I got the steering, what I call dumbed down, so I run a fast servo just so my corrections are fast, but they're not all the way to the right or all the way to the left. Because if I need to make a correction, you know, I want it to respond immediately. But I don't want it to go too far. And I definitely don't want the car to go sideways and start flipping over, because that was a problem I had in the past, is that I'm overreacting to what the car's doing and it gets out of control, and then I'm sideways and then it's rolling down the street and it's my fault. So, and I've even taken, you know, less. I'm getting better at it. So I'm actually putting more steering into it than I normally do, just because I'm getting better with my speed runs. But I also need to turn around at the end of the road and come back. So, and I also need to line myself up. I've still got too much reverse. So I'm going to plug in my laptop and I'm going to take some reverse out of this. I'm going to take some more reverse speed going out. I guess I could probably do it on my sub trim maybe. my end point. See where it says braking? But I don't really want... See? There we go. I'm full brake and nothing's happening in reverse. Throttle, I'm going to go up to... give my throttle 110. And what I'll do when I'm out on the field is I'll take the forward throttle and drop it down to 80%. I need more brake. That'll work. And that'll work for the reverse. Look at see the vibration? Vibration in that tire, I still need to balance them, so I'm gonna end up doing that now, but just wanted to go through and show you what I'm doing. I don't know if you guys can read. Let's see, let me see if I can go back to these endpoints. Here's where my endpoints are now. Left throttle, which it's the top one that says steering. Left throttle is, I can't read it there, 28%. Right throttle is 39%, which is this side. Brake is right here. Brake is at 50%. Forward throttle I have at 110. And then you have channel 3 and channel 4. They're both at 100% right now. Those are, you know, steering servo, that kind of stuff. Well, steering servo is in channel 1, throttle's in steering 2, and then 3 and 4 I don't have anything in, so those don't really matter. But those are my sub trims. Let me get out of this. Those are my under my endpoints on my Futaba. So your sub trims are right here, and steering sub trim, if under here, which is my steering, you see how I have 28% going right? I can go into my sub trims and set it to 28% right, and then my trim on here will be really close to 0. 28's not that much, but if I was all the way over to the right and I need it more, I would go ahead and go into my sub trims, make the correction so that I can get this closer to center and that kind of stuff. But this is probably all basic to most people, but I figured might as well show you guys since I'm doing it on a new RC right now, and I'm not sure how many people out there actually know. So that's it. Just got back from testing, got my steering done, and it's gonna be ready to rip. I'm gonna balance up these wheels or next. I'm not gonna video that because I've already done it a couple times, videotaping it. But I'm gonna get these things balanced up, and then this thing will be ready to rip as soon as I get a minute to get out to a decent road. I'm gonna probably take it to my test road, which I know I can get to 100. I just can't get any higher than that. I'll probably go to that road. And then I'm still looking for a really good flat straight road with no reflectors and not a lot of traffic. But thanks for watching. Watch up a new limitless, and like, comment, and subscribe, and we'll see you guys on the next video. Let me know if any of this information is helpful to anybody. And if you want to see more logging videos with the castle link, let me know on that as well, because I am going to be hooking up to it here shortly. Another thing I'm going to do while we're on that subject is when you get a limitless, your splitter, let me see if I can get this up, comes with these bolts that hang down. And what I do is I remove these because they tend to rip out, and I'll put longer screws, and I'm going to flush mount this so that these bolts aren't hitting the ground. When I was braking out there, it sounded like it was rubbing on the ground, and what it is it's the screws hitting. So I still got to raise this thing back up a little bit in the rear, but I'm going to lower the front back down. I'm going to remove these front wing that are forcing the front down because I won't need them. So I'm going to do a little trim in there. I've already trimmed off the back to where it's flush. I do leave the body winged up right here because that's why this is flat. This is going to give me some downforce in the back. I don't need a lot of downforce, but I do need some downforce. And then I'm going to remove these front ones, and then I'm going to tape up the front here so air can't get under this blue thing, which I've noticed happens before. Just a couple little quick tips: change out those bolts, balance your wheels, just go through your RC and make sure that everything that could go wrong, you've checked. All right? Thank you guys. I'll see you guys on the next video.